Imagine waking up before dawn, getting ready for work, following the same routine you followed hundreds of times before. Then suddenly, you disappear. No goodbye, no warning, no trace. For nearly 3 decades, one question has haunted investigators, journalists, and an entire community. What happened to Jodi Huisentruit? This is one of America's most enduring, unsolved mysteries. June 27th, 1995. Mason City, Iowa. 27-year-old Jodi Huisentruit was a rising television news anchor at local station KIM-TV. Known for her bright personality, professionalism, and warm smile, Jodi had quickly become a familiar face to viewers across the region. Every morning she woke before sunrise to deliver the news. But on this particular morning, something went terribly wrong. At approximately 4 a.m., Jodi's producer called her apartment after noticing she had not yet arrived for work. Jodi reportedly answered the phone. Still sleepy, she explained that she had overslept. She assured her coworker she would be on her way shortly. It was the last confirmed conversation she would ever have. Minutes later, Jodi should have been driving to the station, but she never arrived. At first, co-workers assumed she was running late. Then concern turned into alarm. Something wasn't right. Jodi was known for being dependable. Missing work without notice was completely out of character. Police were dispatched to her apartment complex. What they found was chilling. Jodi's red Mazda Miata was still parked outside, but around the vehicle were signs of a violent struggle. Investigators discovered personal belongings scattered across the parking lot. A hairdryer, a pair of high heels, bent car keys, items that suggested something had interrupted her routine, something sudden, something unexpected. It looked as though Jodi had been attacked while attempting to leave for work. And yet, there was no sign of Jodi herself. The disappearance immediately became national news. Search teams combed nearby fields, rivers, and wooded areas. Hundreds of tips poured in. Investigators interviewed friends, co-workers, neighbors, and acquaintances. The FBI eventually became involved, yet despite years of investigation, no arrests were made, and no definitive evidence revealed what happened that morning. As the years passed, numerous theories emerged. Some investigators considered the possibility of a stalker. Others explored connections to people in Jodi's personal life. Many tips appeared promising, but each one eventually led nowhere. The mystery remained. What makes this case so haunting is the timing. The window of opportunity was incredibly small. Jodi spoke with her producer. She prepared for work. Then, within minutes, she vanished. Someone likely saw something. Someone may know what happened. But after nearly 3 decades, the truth remains hidden. And that's what continues to frustrate investigators. Cases this old rarely stay in the public eye. Yet Jodi's disappearance refuses to be forgotten, because there are still too many unanswered questions, too many missing pieces, and too many people searching for closure. Jodi Huisentruit wasn't just a news anchor. She was a daughter, a friend, a colleague, a young woman with dreams, ambitions, and a future that suddenly disappeared on a summer morning in Iowa. Today, her story remains one of the most famous unsolved disappearances in American history. A routine trip to work, a parking lot filled with clues, and a mystery that has endured for nearly 30 years. Before you leave, think about this. Jodi made it all the way to her car. Her belongings were found. Evidence suggested a struggle. Yet after all these years, no one has ever been charged. So here's my question for you. Do you think Jodi knew the person responsible for her disappearance? Or was she targeted by a stranger waiting in the darkness? Leave your theory in the comments below. Let's discuss this case together. And if you're passionate about real missing person investigations and unsolved mysteries, subscribe and join our community. Because every missing person deserves to be remembered, and every mystery deserves an answer. Until next time, stay curious, stay vigilant, and never stop asking questions.